Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, Sankhya Yogam. In the last class, we have completed up to the sixth shloka. We will read once again the sixth shloka now. Arjuna Uvacha Na Chaita Vidmah Kataranno Gariyah Yadva Jayema Yadivano Jayeyuhu Yaneva Hatvana Jijivishamaham Tevastitaf Pramukhe Dhartra Rashtraha. In this second chapter also, Arjuna speaking few more shlokas, and before Arjuna again uttering the words, after he argued a lot and become exhausted and sat sadly in the chariot, that situation in the silence time between the Krishna and Arjuna, Sanjaya informing to the Dhritarashtra that Arjuna, after sitting like this with a tears filled eyes sadly, and to that sorrowful, dejected, depressed Arjuna, Bhagavan Madhusudana has addressed and said like this. Now Bhagavan is waiting for the opportunity whether he can teach him the Brahma Vidya or the real permanent solution or the medicine for the samsara disease. But now Bhagavan has to check whether Arjuna is totally ready or not, because he didn't ask, teach me, he keep on arguing only. Then Bhagavan wants to just make him to wake up. That means from the Tamo Guna, let him come to the Rajo Guna. So Bhagavan wants to trigger him by saying few harsh words. First he said, this kind of uncivilized, unrequired, unwanted, this dejection, depression, where from it has come to you in this particular moment. This is not good for your stature. Not only that, even any wise person, wise people, they never appreciate this kind of mentality to a Kshatriya like you. Not only that, are you not a man? You are crying like this. So little more harshly Bhagavan, when he said like that, are you not a man? Where from this Klaibhyam has come to you? Kshudram and Prudaya Daurbhalyam, very meek and inferior, this kind of low-heartedness. Drop it, give it up and get up, O Parantapa. Then after that, Arjuna started speaking. In that fourth, fifth shlokas, again the same thing what he spoken before. How can I kill my own people? How can I kill my grandfather and the teacher? This is not good. And while telling like that, in the sixth shloka also, which we have seen in the last class, Bhagavan, Krishna, we are not able to decide what is good for us and what is bad, which is right and wrong. That confusion is only for Arjuna, but he is adding Krishna also. We are not able to. He is using the plural. Which is the better, like that. And not only that, I am having a doubt that whether we are going to win this war or they may win the war. Okay. So in this way, in utter confusion, Arjuna, he doesn't know what he's talking. And while arguing all that, then finally now, thank God, luckily Arjuna now waking up to the little sattva guna, not a tamo guna or a rajo guna, but a sattva guna. When there is a sattva guna, then only we are able to think properly what to do. And this seventh shloka is very important in the Bhagavad Gita, particularly in the second chapter. Let us read. कार्पण्यदोषोपहतः स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेताः यश्रेयस्यान्निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधि मां त्वां प्रपन्नम्. This seventh shloka, the Arjuna now coming to the level of a disciple and asking the Krishna to instruct him what is good for him. And first let us see the word to word meaning, and little more related important points also we will see. Karpanya dosha upahata swabhavaha. I am in a utter confusion. Where from, how this confusion has come? Because of the karpanyam. Karpanyam means when the intellect of a person becomes so weak and not able to think by itself, and feeling so pity by himself, that kind of overpowered by the misery, the mind which is overpowered by the misery because of that sorrow, and karpanyam has taken place. Karpanyam means I am helpless, I am hopeless, I can't take any decision in this situation, and I feel so bad. All this kind of emotional, this crisis or weakness is called karpanyam. And so my intellect is looted away, upahataha, taken away by this misery. The misery because of the delusion, and the delusion is because of the misery. That's why many times we don't know which is first and which is second. The delusion creates the misery creates again delusion. So it will keep on go, like while you cycling, one pedal go down and one pedal comes up, one pedal go down. So which is first, which is next, we can't say. Like that, the mind, which mind? The inner higher mind which has to take decision, the intellect got corrupted now. So because of that, I am in a dharma sammudha chetaha. I am not able to decide what is dharma. I am completely got deluded, confused, which is better, good for me and my dharma. That's why I am asking you, O Krishna, please, tvam pruchhami bruhitat. I am asking you, please tell me that yat syat, by which nishchitam shreya me, definitely which is the good for me, better, best for me, and you teach me that. Shadhimam, teach me. Shadhima means teach me. It is not just give one word or one thing. You tell me what I am supposed to do, and don't just simply think that I am casually asking. I am really sincerely now I surrender to you, prapannam tvam. I surrender to you. In what way? As a Sishya, aham te Sishyaha. I am your disciple. Now, as a Guru, you please guide and advise me which is better for me. Don't tell that either you do this or that. No, nishchitam shreyaha me, which is definitely uh, gives a gives the good for me. So tell me that definitely. And so Arjuna, like this, surrendered and accepted him as the Shishya disciple, and accepted the Krishna as the Guru. So Krishna is waiting for this particular situation, this particular maturity, the mental preparation. Here very important points few we have to think. Before that, the power of this shloka, we can generally, the acharyas say, whenever you are also in any confusion, not able to take any decision correctly, you are in a dilemma, you just close the eyes and sit in front of the Lord, or feel the presence of your loving liking, that Ishta Devata in your heart, and tell some 11 times sincerely this shloka. So this is worthy of by hearting this shloka. Karpanya doshopahata swabhavah. But you must say sincerely. Then you will see the answer will come. From the inner consciousness, the right answer will come. So we can use this shloka in that way. Now here, if anybody is not asking, we should not give any advice. Okay? And some may simply ask, not really they want advice, but they just want to test us. Then don't talk, don't advise to them. So don't advise without asking by anybody. Even if they ask, you just guess and find out whether they are really interested, or simply for sake of questioning and examining they are asking. And if anybody really sincerely asking for the advice, then definitely teach him. Otherwise, this Gnani will move in this world as like not known anything. There is a Subhashada, that meaning I am telling to you. So like that, very important. Now, particularly this kind of the Brahma Vidya or the Atma Vidya, if the Guru wants to teach, the Shishya should be ready to receive it. As long as the Shishya has not have the qualification, generally the qualifications are said in the Shastra or the Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti. We are discussed in the some other place this, no? Viveka, Vairagya, Shama, Dama, Uparati, Shraddha, Samadhanam. Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhanam. So these qualities are very, very important for gaining the or receiving the Atma Vidya or Brahma Vidya, the knowledge about the self. Then we must keep ourselves in the place of the disciple, Sishya. What is the meaning of Sishya? Siksha Yogyaha Sishyaha. Siksha Yogya. Who is ready, fit to receive the instruction from the Guru? Who is fit to receive the instruction from the Guru is called Sishya. And that Sishya, this Sikh word also came from this Sishya only. Of course, modified later, it came like that. Sikh means Sishya only. Then only the teacher can instruct. What are the some qualities of the Sishya? Already the Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti are there. But generally, we must first of all accept the person as the teacher. What he can do better for me, and I am surrendering to him. I have no any prejudice or the arrogance, the intellectual cholesterol, anything. I simply innocently accept that I don't know. That's why I am asking, seeking the help from this guru. This mentality should be there, Sishya. Of course, there are so many qualities also. Shastra keep on tell. You must have Shraddha, Bhakti, humility, punctuality, acceptance, tolerance, everything. And with all this, when you sit in front of the Guru and listen to the Upadesha of the Guru. Now here, instruct me, Shadhimam means teach me. Teaching means it will be little longer. We should not just think that as a mantropadesha. Many gurus gives the secret mantra also in the ear. Okay, that is the mantra diksha. It's good. That mantra you will with faith, with respect you receive and keep on chant that mantra. But that upadesham is not the real upadesham. That mantropadesham, afterwards if you practice, that mantra only gives the purification of the mind and preparation of the mind for Brahma Vidya. Very important point. Many people ignore this. And for that Upadesham, you need to be with the Guru. Not like as a previous olden days Guru class, but at least weekly once listening. And that Guru will teach. You have to listen, do Shravanam. And that may go for long time. That is called Upadesham. That is called teaching. That is called Shadhimam. Please instruct and teach me. Of course, how much time Lord Krishna taught there in the war field, that we don't know exactly. But Vyasacharya written these 700 slokas in the Mahabharata. 700 slokas, maybe how much time took to Krishna, in between Arjuna asking so many questions and Bhagavan answering them. Maybe can we imagine and think that maybe 1.5 hours or 3 hours? Then the question will come, how it is possible to teach within 3 hours, and how it is possible to teach such kind of a Brahma Vidya, very, very subtle, in the war field. So instead of searching the answers for all these questions, let us keep those questions aside and let us just what Lord Krishna taught, what Vyasacharya written in this Bhagavad Gita part Mahabharata, how it is going to be helpful to me. If I listen, then we'll see, take that essence and get benefit of it. Why you are worrying about the unwanted silly questions? It is not wrong that asking, but we won't get the correct answer for them. Yes, here is the Sloka, here is the instruction. Yes, the meaning of the Sloka, if I can listen and assimilate and absorb, understand and assimilate, then it will be useful for me. If it is not useful to me, don't listen. But definitely it has useful given a benefit. Many millions and millions of people got benefited by studying and listening and studying and assimilating of the Bhagavad Gita. Have that faith. So Upadesha means here not a mantropadesham, and not only that, this is the procedure, there is no other way. If Bhagavan Krishna is the Ishvara, Sarva Shaktiman, if he who has created the Dwaraka by within this a few seconds of closing the eyes and opening the eyes, when all these Yadavas and are all uh, tortured by many Rakshasas, many times the Jarasandha and all that, then Bhagavan thought of that, better let us shift our uh, staying place. Okay, and then immediately Bhagavan said, all the people, just please close the eyes. And immediately he shifted all of them with his Yoga Shakti to the Dwaraka Nagara, which has constructed in the middle of the Samudra, ocean. So we cannot understand the power of the Ishvara and all that. Again, here also, why I am telling this episode, such a Lord Bhagavan Sri Krishna Sarvashaktiman, why can't he teach or tell the Arjuna, or by saying or by showing the hand, yes, now your ignorance will go, now your problem will be solved, like a magic, like a Harry Potter, no, moving the stick and doing something. Why Krishna, Lord Krishna didn't do that? This question is a worthy question, because it never happens like that. Maybe in Puranas all kind of magics and varams and shapams and tricks and the powers are all maybe there, but when it comes to the Atma Gnana, Brahma Vidya, self knowledge, one must go and surrender to the teacher, sit and listen for a lengthy of time, a systematic study, listening from a long period, continuously, systematically, from a living teacher, from a living master. Very important. Not knowing this, we just want to scrap something from here and there or grab, and we want to gain the Brahma Vidya self knowledge, and we want to get out of all our problems. It never happens. It takes its own course. It depends upon the quality of the student and as well as his prarabdha and many other things also. So some may get within few years, some may get within few janmas, but you have to go to the teacher. Going to this teacher and surrendering. That's why Bhagavan Krishna so far not opened the mouth. Now only is going to start the teaching, because now here is a well prepared recipient student. Even one person, see, one-to-one teaching Bhagavad Gita. Even one student, Bhagavan is waiting for opportunity. By keeping the Arjuna as the medium, I want to give this knowledge to the whole world. This is what Shankaracharya writes in the Bhashyam, the beginning Bhashyam, Prarambham, Anubandha Bhashyam, and keeping the Arjuna. Now, what is the teaching? What is the problem? We may talk about the so many problems in the world, about different people, different problems. But for all this, again Shankaracharya puts in one line, the problem of Arjuna is aham esham mama ete. Aham esham mama ete. I belong to them, they belong to me. This mamakara is the cause for the all suffering and the misery. So this is there for everybody in this world. That's why we are all in samsara. So when we want to get out from the samsara, we must get out of from this mamakara, mamata. Mamata means attachment, and then we have to attain the samata. What is so Bhagavad Gita teaching? The essence of it, samsara is the disease. What is samsara means? Why it happened, why it came, how it came? Because of the mamata. Ahankara, mamakara. And the mamata creates the bondage. Ahankara also is there behind, because of ahankara only mamakara. So that bondage. Now, whatever life you lead here, either a dharmic life or adharmic life, you may get punya or papa, merit or demerit. For both of them to exhaust your own actions results, you need to come back and born again. Then again the samsara continue, again you will do some good and bad actions. So endlessly this cycle of samsara, this cycle of transmigration otherwise continues. That is called samsara. And what is the medicine for this? As I just now told, drop the mamata and attain the samata. Now, for this, definitely we must take refuge, shelter of the Shastra. Now, when we say Guru, there are so many variety of Gurus in the world. To teach, the Guru means teacher, general understanding. But there is a lot of difference for a normal teacher or preacher or to the Guru. गुकारस्त्वन्धकारो वैरुकारस्तन्निवर्तकः अन्धकारनिरोधित्वात् गुरुरित्यभिधीयते. Who can remove the darkness, that ignorance of a person, and that person is called Guru. Gu means darkness, ignorance. Ru means removing. So the remover of the darkness, whoever may be, that person is called ignorance. Remove the ignorance is called Guru. So like this, that Guru must teach the permanent solution. There is one small proverb, like a Chinese proverb or something. If a person comes with a hungry, asking for some food, I have some food, or I am having 3-4 fishes, I give one fish to him. So his hunger is satiated for that moment, for that day. And that same person will come tomorrow or after 2-3 days again, I am hungry, please give me something. Now, to such a hungry person, instead of you give the food or fish every day, and now you better to teach him how to do the fishing. That is what here, instead of you give a solution or advice for a one problem of the worldly people. In the world there is no end for the problems. World means is equal to problems. World is equal to means misery. Why? World is equal to mamakara, ahankara. And the world is equal to means all pairs of opposites, pairs of complementaries. Now, in such a world, how you can get the permanent solution for your misery, for your delusion, shoka, moha, bhaya? How you can expect a shanti, sukham and the security? Impossible. It won't come. So, you need something higher. That something higher is knowing the reality about the world, knowing the reality about yourself, and knowing the reality about the God. Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, this triangle game, this, what is really this? What is the essence of it? So, knowing only myself, okay? Atma Gnanena Sarva Dukkham Vinashyati. Ajnanena Sarvam Dukkham Agachyati. So that is the, so who can give this Atma Gnanam, self-knowledge? That Guru we need. So Guru also, Here Sishya's qualities we are talking. Now what about the Guru? Guru also must be a giver of the, who has got the experience of that self-knowledge, who received the self-knowledge from his Guru Param as a parampara, as a tradition, sampradaya, and sampradaya, that sampradaya Guru only know how to open the key of the Shastra, and then he only can instruct us. Please remember. So this point, whether the Arjuna is now totally surrendered, he said, accept me as your disciple and I am surrendering to you. Prapanna means surrender. Definitely, whether he prostrated at the feet of the Lord, because the situation is different. He is sitting in the chariot and Bhagavan also sitting in the chariot on one side. Maybe he did the namaskara, pranjali. But this going to the Guru and asking like this for the good is going to be told by Bhagavan Sri Krishna later in the 4th chapter. I just try to remind here because the Guru Sishya, the transmission of the knowledge is the topic has come. There Bhagavan says, Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te gnanam gnaninas tattvadarshinaha. For this knowledge, Arjuna, we must approach a teacher and surrender to the teacher by doing the Sashtanga Dandavat Pranamam, and then by doing the seva to the teacher, or by questioning, asking the doubts and clarifying the doubts with the Guru. Not asking the 10 Gurus and 100 Gurus differently. In one place with one Guru you be and study for long time. Then that Gurus definitely they will teach paripret. Upadeshanti te gnanam. Gnaninaha. Tattvadarshinaha. The same idea also is told in the Mundaka Upanishad, where it is said, there also the preparation, when we know that there is no another any remedy whatsoever in the world, nowhere, the only remedy is this gaining of the self knowledge. Then that prepared person, Mundaka Upanishad calls him as a Brahmanaha. Okay, Brahmanaha. So when Parikshalokan Karmachitan Brahmana Nirvedamayat Nasti Akrutakrutena, now Tad Vijnanardham, that Visheshena Gnanam Vijnanam, Tat Vijnanardham Sa Gurumeva Abhigacheta. He has to go only to such a Guru who can teach. Remember. But instead of doing that, we have no patience, we have no commitment. Generally people, even they think themselves we are religious, we are spiritual, but no commitment for listening to the Shastra, a systematic study. This is not to increase our academic level, to get the clarity and remove all the doubts. And crystal clear, direct experience, immediate experience should come to us. That much. So, tadvignanartham sa gurumeva bhigachet. That Guru, what kind of Guru? Upanishad is very particular and telling towards Shrotriya Brahmanishtham. He must be a well-learned, studied person of the scripture, Shrotriya. Okay, some people, they studied well, they learned well, everything, but they are not in a position to communicate. Not only that, they have no the experience of that knowledge. There is no swanubhavam. So The Guru should be a Shrotriya, well learned person. Learned of what? Not material knowledge, academic. Brahmavid. And he must be a Brahmanishta also. Shrotriya Brahmanishtam. Brahmanishta means who attained that Brahma Gnanam and who is established and in that Gnanam, whose life is nothing but the only he talks about the Gnanam. That is also. Again, talking about the so many other small things and telling the stories and again karma, again upasana. Okay, karma, upasana are preparatory steps, but one day or other we have to drop them. We have to drop them. As like we use the pole vault, jump pole, but we have to drop the pole and go and fall on that side. As like we have to go to the LKG, UKG and first standard, second standard, and gradually you have to leave the previous school or the teacher or the everything and you have to go to the higher. We have to grow in the mother's womb for 9 months and we have to come out. In the same way, we have to be in the karma and upasana, but come out of the karma and upasana also. Then only this knowledge will become a useful and fruitful. So here about the Guru also and about the Sishya also. Now in this way Arjuna completely surrendered to the Krishna and asking him to teach me. Okay. Now after telling that, he must have kept quiet, but instead of that, see the drawback again here. Nahi, 8th shloka, nahi prapashyami mamanupadyat yacchokamuccoshanamindriyanam avapya bhuma vasapatnamruddham rajyam suranam api chadhipatyam. Once when you came to the Guru and surrendered to the Guru, ready to listen to the, you asked for the Upadesham, then we must shut our mouth. Not only the mouth, inner mind also. Our own doubts, our own feelings, our own whims and fancies and likes and dislikes, whatever we heard before and whatever we know, all that we have to drop it. We must be like a clean slide. On a scribbled board, we cannot again scribble or write. In the same way, in a cup which is full, we cannot pour more. Once to the Jain monk, one person went, that monk Jain, not Jain, Zen master, and everybody knows that people talk about him, is a realized master soul. So one person went and please teach me that knowledge by which you realize the truth, like that. That master just first he person came, so he made him to sit and brought two big cups for tea, and he brought the tea jug also and started pouring the tea in the cup, and the cup has got full, and then again still this master is adding more and more, it is spilling, and that person who came asking, sir, the cup is already full, why you didn't see, you are still pouring, the tea is going out. That is the answer. The Guru, instead of giving the answer orally, this is what, my dear, your mind is already full with so much garbage. And then You empty that garbage, then only I can pour, I can give. So which is already full, how can I again add something? It goes waste only, even if I say. So there is a lot of meaning in this small story, isn't it? Like that, we all with ego, ahankara, I am a man, I am a woman, I am a brahmana, I am kshatriya, I am vaishya, all this, I am an officer, I am a father, I am like this, I am so and so, all so many, uh, no, we dressed up ourselves with so many decorations of these titles. These are all the uh, strengthening the ahankara. Now, to such a person, then the Guru has to teach that you are not the body, you are not the mind, you are not this, you are not a man, you are not a woman, you are not a brahmana, kshatriya. So when Bhagavan Shankaracharya first time met that small boy whose name is later on become the disciple of the Shankaracharya and called Astamalaka. By birth itself he is a Gnani, but he didn't expose his Gnanam and spoke anything to his parents or anybody. So all are thinking that this boy is mad or underdeveloped, mentally retarded, all like that. No use of doing Upanayanam, Gayatri. No, that boy is not at all involved, even up to 12 years. Then, fortunately, Shankaracharya visited that village and the parents brought that boy. So, when that boy came, they told all the problem. Then Shankara very affectionately, lovingly questioned that boy. Oh, my dear boy, child, you are so sweet. What is your name? Where from you have come? You please just tell me. Talk to me. He asked like that. Then that so long not opened the mouth, that child, Gnani, the boy. Naham manushyo na cha deva yaksho na brahmana kshatriya vaishya shudrah na brahmachari na gruhi vanastah vikshurna chaham nijabodha rupah. He given the answer like this, the highest philosophical Atmagnana Nishthavan. Now, the teacher has to teach this kind of, he has to remove all what we have done before. Now, so what is the spiritual practice? Undoing or attaining this Atmagnanam, Brahmagnanam, you must start to do the rewind everything, undo whatever you have kept the wrong notions in your mind before about yourself, about the world and about the Ishvara. So to teach such a knowledge, a lot of preparation on both the sides. The Guru must be such a Shrotriya Brahmanishta Guru who is committed to the teaching. Not teaching is not for the take of teaching alone. From his own experience, what he gained through that knowledge, how he relieved and freed from this cycle of shoka, moha, bhaya, samsara, that he wants to compassionately he will teach, not expecting anything from the disciple. So now, 8th Sloka, I have just gone through the around some points. What Arjuna is telling, why I have spoken so much in between now. When you came to the Guru and accepted somebody as your guide, instructor, Adhyatmik Guru, remember that. Then you just keep quiet. Listen first for a long time. Then if any doubt comes, you can clarify. So just now Arjuna said that please accept me as your student, disciple. I am surrendering to you. Please teach me what is good for me. You decide, oh Krishna. But immediately then he says, I think Krishna, my sorrow, my depression, my confusion, I think so, my this weakness, because of my sorrow and delusion, what weakness has taken place in my body, mind, I think no one, nothing can remove this. See, negative thinking. Negative thinking. Even if I get the whole earth as my kingdom, and even though if I get the Indra Padavi, nahi prapashyami mama anupadyat, I do not see anything which that can remove this sorrow of mine, uchoshanam indriyanam, which weakens my senses also and body mind. Even riddham and asapatram, two words he is using. Riddham means no, in that my kingdom there is no any problem of the neighborhood kingdom. Kings are the kingdoms, no rivalry, unrivaled kingdom. But same time, it should be very prosperous. The kingdom is there. Okay, I have no any enemy side like Pakistan, China, and all that. But still, but there is no richness at all. There is no treasure in the treasure house of the Rajyam. No rains, no nothing. So, Asapatra means prosperous and as well as the unrivaled kingdom on this earth. Even though such kind of things comes also, and the kingship of the Swargam, Suranam Adhipatyam. But I think my problem, my suffering, my misery, my weakness of the body, mind, it cannot go. They cannot remove. See why this negativity still? But one good thing he did, he just came out of the tamoguna, and then little bit he started talking to the Krishna. And one good thing he did, I am surrendering to you, you advise me. That is more important. That is more important. After telling that, Sanjaya. Now again Krishna also was silent and Arjuna also was silent. Sanjaya uvacha eva muktva rishikesham gudakesha parantapaha nayotsya iti govindam uktva tushnim bhabhuvaha. Sanjaya in between master of ceremony telling, O Dhritarashtra Raja, see, when Arjuna spoke like that, Eva Muktva Rishikesham, when Arjuna said like this to the Rishikesham, then Madhavam, all these words, meanings I have already told in the Dhyana Shlokas or in the first chapter. And here Sanjaya using one word, who told in this way. Eva Muktva means the previous shloka. After having said in this way, or Eva Muktva Rishikesham, the Gudakeshaha Parantapaha for Arjuna, here Parantapaha word, Krishna himself used the adjective to the Arjuna. I told the meaning that in the last class. So Sanjay also addressing that Arjuna who is a Parantapaha, and now another one more adjective Sanjay added here. What is that? Gudakeshaha. Why Sanjay added this word? What is the importance of this word? I will tell you after finishing the other words' meanings. Then that Parantapaha Gudakeshaha Eva Muktva Rishikesham Nat Yosyamiti Govindam. I am not going to take part in this war. Okay. Na Yotsya iti. Okay. I shall not fight. Hmm. But he wants the advice of the Lord. That means he's already decided and asking for you instruct me. See, this is the tragedy. Many times we go for advice or anything, but we are already decided what we want to do. Then it is difficult that advice even that person gives, our mind won't accept. So still Arjuna is not totally prepared, but some extent somewhat he prepared. uh, that itself is a good sign. Na yotsya iti govindam. Hey Govinda, Govinda word meaning also I already explained. Okay. Uktva, evam uktva. Again, uktva, tushnim babhuvaha. He said like this and kept quiet. Gudakesha word. Gudaka means sleep. Ishaha means who conquered the sleep. Arjuna, from his childhood, when he was learning the archery from Dronacharya, he used to work very hard, not like other people. He used to shoot the arrows even in the night time to learn that Shabda Bhedi, Bana Prayogam. Listening to the sound and leaving the arrow in the darkness. And night extra hours he used to practice. Lot of practice. That means he is not yield to the sleep. So such Guda Keshaha. And even to gain lot of Astra Shastrams, later on he did tapas. A person who is very lazy and sleepy can do the tapas, can gain that a powerful astrams. So Gudakesha. Now another meaning for us is Guda means sleep, means Tamogunam. Now Arjuna went to the Tamoguna, the depressed state. I am not ready to do anything, I don't want anything. Depressed. Tamoguna. And before coming to the war field and after seeing the army also, how he spoke? With a lot of arrogance, Rajoguna. What he said? Please take my chariot, Krishna, and place in between the two armies. I should see who are all standing on that enemy's side. How dare they are to fight with me, fight with us? And all the Durbuddhehe, the bad, wicked-minded people, Atataina, Gundas. That is all Rajoguna way of expression. Now, suddenly the scenario, the scene, climate has changed and Arjuna become tamogunist, dominant. Then slowly when Bhagavan Krishna spoke two slokas, Katastva Kashmalamidam idame samupastitam anarjustyam aswargyam akirtikaram Arjuna klaibhyamma smagama parda. So after these two slokas of the Lord Krishna, then slowly in his inner mind some kind of sattvika attitude guna has taken place. Remember, unless there is a sattvika guna percentage some extent, we never like or come to listen to this kind of discourse or the Vedanta. Vedanta. Not possible. If you are able to listen this 1 hour lecture discourse sincerely by sitting and listening with concentration and try to understand and assimilate, then you are a very sattvic person. First of all, liking the sadvastu or about the Atma and readiness to surrender to the God or the teacher and readiness to listen to the Shastra, you must have a maximum sattva guna. Now Arjuna has got somewhat that sattva guna. So that's why here Sanjaya wants to address him who conquered the tamoguna and Thank God, luckily he came out of that depression and asking the Krishna, please teach me what is good for me. Accept me as your disciple. Like this, we must ask the teacher. Nowadays, we don't ask like that. We casually come and sit in the class. Whenever we are free, we will come. Whenever we don't have any appointment or the receptions, functions, that evening if I am free, I will come. That is all casual. If you listen and study the Shastra casually, it will go very casually. It won't give much benefit or help. So remember how we must be alert. We need not be so rajasic. We need not be so tamasic. So tamasic, rajasic and sattvic gunams are all three come and goes in every day in everybody's life. That is the prakriti. But we have to sleep. Suppose you have no good sleep in the night or something. Now you today you want to sit and listen this Gita discourse, satsang. No, it is not possible. You need enough rest and you need, then only you can listen. And the same way, you are so much hyperactive since morning to evening. You are running here and there and somehow traveled and came with Rajoguna, and so many disturbances are taken place today. Somebody said like this in the office or in the family. Some kind of clashes happened. All this, the Rajoguna and mind is disturbed mind. So a disturbed mind or a depressed mind, a hyperactive mind or a lower active mind, either the Rajoguna or Tamoguna, they will be there. But when we come to listen, you must prepare yourself. Have enough rest, keep the mind vigilant and alert, but same time it is not distracted. It is not running here and there. It is not scattered. Listen sincerely, try to grasp whether this point is helping me today in my life to apply in the practical life. Vedanta is a practical, it is not something impractical told to only some munis, some rishis, some sannyasis, some useless people. No, don't think like that. This Jnanam is meant for everybody, freely available, but only we are not available. So Sanjaya told about the now Arjuna's situation. Then to such a Arjuna who is now in the sattvic mood, okay, and asked, surrendered, then what happened? Immediately Bhagavan Krishna grabbed this opportunity for which he was waiting for long time. Tamuvacha Hrishikeshaha Prahasanniva Bharata Senayorubhayor Madhye Vishidantamidam Vachaha. We may get doubt. Actually, Vyasacharya written, composed the Bhagavad Gita in the Mahabharata warfield. I don't think so. How is it possible to teach in between the warfield, in the middle of the warfield? So Sanjaya is the witness. He never speaks the lie. He narrates what exactly is going on there. Senayoho ubhayor madhye Vishidantam, to that who is grieving, who is under a sorrow still, but he asked to that sorrowful, weak-minded Arjuna, in the middle of that war field, same day, immediately that time, Tamuvacham Rishikeshaha idam vachaha. In this way, Lord Krishna taught him, spoke to him. Vachaha, It is not a one upadesham, one mantra is given. Because mantra so many Arjuna knows. He also didn't ask that Shadhimam mam prapannam. Please instruct me, teach me. He didn't say give me some mantra. What? Because he already knows so many mantras. Brahmastram, Agneastram, mantra, all are mantras only. Ne? Shastras, all are astras are all mantras. Missiles, mystical missiles. So here it is not a mantra. That's why Sanjay also telling Tam Ucha. To that Arjuna, Rishikeshaha Idam Vachaha Uvacha. Now another important word. Hey Bharata, Sanjay addressing to the Dhritarashtra. Hey Dhritarashtra Raja, this is happened. Now who that Rishikeshaha, how he taught, what his disposition? Prahasanniva. Prahasanniva. With a cheerful mind and the cheerful face. How it is important to be cheerful. And even while listening or while teaching this Bhagavad Gita, we need not to become serious. Even the first chapter title has given as the Arjuna Vishada Yogam. Arjuna started crying, weeping. But Krishna not moved at all. He didn't become emotional. He's just in the same prahasanniva, as though he is smiling. With a smiling face. Very important word. This word I need to elaborate little more, that we will see in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.